One of the key motivational theories that I love is Expectancy Value Theory. Now, we talk about self-efficacy and it's really an evaluation of how we expect to do on a task. So if we don't expect that we can perform well, then why try? Why even put in the effort? And we're likely not to perform very well if we don't believe we can. We may be inaccurate, but if we don't believe we can do well, then we're unlikely to really put forth the effort and try. The other thing that matters, and this I talked about how our body's responding. If our body's not responding with some stress and anxiety, at least a moderate level, then that may show us that we really don't value this task. We really don't value it. So think about a class like art history. Could I make an A in that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could study and work hard and do all that, but do I value that? Well, me in particular, no, I don't. I don't care. And so if we don't care about something, why put forth the effort? If we can fix a relationship and we know how, and we know all that it would take, but we don't really value that relationship anymore, then we're not going to be motivated. And so we look at expectancy and value as sort of a multiplication problem, multiplying sort of the level of expectancy that we can succeed with the value that we have placed on it. And sort of it's an abstract mathematical solution, but to some degree that the product of those two things multiplied, interacting with each other, gives us a really good idea of how motivated we're going to be. Do you expect to succeed, and do you value succeeding? Well, if I really value art history, but I have no idea how to take that class and succeed, then I've got the value but not the expectation, not the self-efficacy, if you will. And so if I don't have that self-efficacy, then I may value it, but I'm not likely to perform with confidence. And thus, my performance will be of lesser quality. I will show less competence with less confidence. So one thing that we know is there's sort of an arc where no stress, no anxiety at all is going to result in poor performance. We don't care, we're not going to try hard. If we're overwhelmed with anxiety and stress, then that's also going to just shut us down in the performance arena. I may care about something way too much, and I'm way too nervous, and I get, you may have had this in test anxiety, where you just get overwhelmed, you can't focus, you can't think, and you just shut down, even though you care a whole lot about it, especially probably because you do care a whole lot about it. There is a sweet spot, a zone of optimal performance, where on this arc from no stress to way too much stress, there's a sweet spot of just the right amount of stress that puts some pressure on us, that says, I care about this, I value this, I'm going to put in the effort, but it's not so much stress that it's debilitating to where it stops us from achieving our goals. And so I want you to learn to live and find that sweet spot of stress, to start seeing things also, instead of threats, see them as challenges. There's so many things in our life that we can be scared of, but that way of viewing the world is going to do us very little good. Being cautious, of course, is great, but If we're scared of every new thing, then we're not going to try them. If we see them as challenges rather than threats, if we're okay with not being perfect the first time, if we see the world as something to be learned, as see the life as a 10K life, something that we can gain expertise in, but we're not going to get it right automatically, and we're going to have mistakes and failures and learn from them. If we see things that way, then we see it as a challenge instead of a threat. We are not that failure. We are the success. We are the success that comes from all that we learn from all those mistakes and failures. As you look at your life, and as we meet together and discuss how you can become motivated in your life and stay motivated through completion, I hope that you see things, the things in front of you, the barriers, the obstacles as challenges instead of threats. I hope that you are able to put forth volition and to find motivation, both intrinsic and extrinsic, and maintain that motivation so that your goals come to completion. It's my vision to work with you to establish your values, to focus in on your goals, and to find ways to help encourage you to be motivated to see your visions through to completion.